This is a welcome sight. Jalen Hurts practicing at Lincoln Financial Field this afternoon. So how close to 100% will he be on Sunday? Not all good news, though, on the injury front. Cam Jurgens not on the practice field today. How concerning is his absence just 3 days before kickoff? And Saquon Barkley is the star of stars on this Eagles roster, but he's been consistent with his message. It's all about the team. With that, we welcome you here to Bird's Huddle, presented by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL, alongside Barrett Brooks. I'm Amy Fadul, and we are less than 72 hours from kickoff of that title game. What is the reading right now on the Barrett Brooks confidence meter leading into Sunday's NFC Championship?
Of course, you know I'm confident. Of course, you know my glass is always going to be half full. I'm ready to go out there and play right now. At this point, I think the Eagles have the better team. Yeah, the Commanders may be a little hotter, but at the end of the day, you can cool off when you're a hot team. But if you're the best team, you're going to go out there, grind it out, and go out there and win the game.
All right, so that's a very high reading on the meter.
I'm high, very high.
High reading. Despite leading the Eagles to a 14-3 regular season record and now the NFC Championship game, Nick Sirianni is not one of the 5 finalists for the Associated Press NFL Coach of the Year awards. Sirianni was asked about that snub during his press conference today.
I don't care about that stuff. I just want to win. And we're in a position to be able to, if we win, go to the Super Bowl. That's pretty dope. And that's all my focus is on.
I mean, he's got a good point. Injuries, big storyline for Nick Sirianni's team as the NFC Championship game does approach. Check out the injury report from today's practice. Dallas Goedert, Cam Jurgens both did not practice. More on them in just a moment. Good news, Jalen Hurts, full participant at practice, as were Quinyon Mitchell and A.J. Brown. That leads us to our three-point stance presented by Toyota. First up, the Eagles have serious injury concerns right now on offense. We're going to get to Jalen Hurts in a moment, but you saw he was a full practice participant. Dallas Goedert off to the side at the beginning of practice today. He did not practice. It's the second straight day he's missed practice due to an ankle injury. Meanwhile, Cam Jurgens, nowhere to be found during practice. He's missing a second straight day as well. His is because of a back injury. Landon Dickerson worked in as the first-string center at practice today. Tyler Steen replaced Dickerson at left guard. So Barrett, let's start with Cam Jurgens. It's right in your wheelhouse on the O-line. How concerned are you by his absence at practice a couple days before this game?
You know what? When it concerns a back injury, you don't want to be standing up outside, especially in the cold. You know, when you have a back injury, right now he's trying to get all the treatment he can get for his back. You know, it's not like, you stand out there, it's going to do you any good just standing out there, especially with a sore back in the cold. You're not practicing. Why would they bring him outside? So everybody's like, oh, my God, this is good. He will be just fine come Sunday. This is a winner-go-home tournament. He'll be out there playing on Sunday. That's all we should be worried about. It's not like he can get any worse than what he is right now. I mean, you're going into, what is this, 19 games they've played, going into the 20th game. You got to make sure that your body is ready to play and ready to go. And the only way he can do that is getting treatment on the inside. Back is a lot different from ankle. Back is a lot different from knee. You can stand there and do those type of things out there, but the back is a little different type of animal, especially when you're dealing with an offensive line. He's probably inside right now, making sure that he's getting the proper training and the proper treatment for him to play on Sunday.
Well, you mentioned an ankle injury. We all know Dallas Goedert missed over a month of the regular season dealing with a knee injury. Now he's dealing with an ankle issue. So what's your level of concern on the tight end?
Like I said, this is the tournament. Win or go home. He will be on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? He's out there running around trying to make sure he's going to be okay. I'm not worried about Dallas Goedert being there. In fact, I'm not worried about anybody going out there and giving their all 100%. Now, that 100% might only be like 80%, but they're going to give it all. You got to be able to go out there and play on Sunday. And they need everybody we just talked about. They need Cam Jurgens. They go out there and they need Dallas Goedert. Those two are major, major pieces to this whole cog that they call the running game in our offense.
Well, moving to our second stance, this is better injury news. Jalen Hurts looks ready to go. Here's Hurts today practicing at the link. No noticeable limitations to his movement. Everybody was probably watching that knee very, very keenly.
Right.
Listed as a full participant. That's good. Hurts, of course, injured his left knee during third quarter of Sunday's win over the Rams. Looking at this video, what do you see from Jalen Hurts during practice? What did you expect to see?
No, I mean, there's going to be a noticeable little hitch, in his knee because it's hurt, it's injured. But he's not going to get any healthier than he is right now. He's got to go out there and face the fact that he's not going to be at 100%, but he's going to be good enough that he can go out there and win this game for us. And he's a major player on how we run our offense. When he came out that last game against the Commanders, it was the major turning point on how they stopped our offense. they started crashing the end, which led to them not having as many, rushing yards against that team. We couldn't hold the ball as long because they were crashing that end. With Jalen being there, he's going to be the guy that holds him, because if you don't hold him, you crash that end, he can take it the distance, even with a bum leg. So he has to be out there. He has to be in the mix to go out there and play. There's no question in my mind that he's going to be out there. Jalen Hurts will be able to go out there and guide this offense to a victory, and that's all we need to worry about. But he's a major factor on how we run this running game. And plus, if you're going to go in there and stack the box like that, he can definitely get the ball to our great receivers, A.J. and Devontae. So there's no question right now he will be in the game.
Well, Commanders defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. had a press conference today, and he was asked about Jalen Hurts.
The one thing is if he's going to run the ball and if the coordinator makes a decision for him to run the ball, we're going to treat him like a running back, and we're going to hit him that way. So that's their decision if they want to get him hit the way that he gets hit. If they don't, they'll keep him in the pocket. So, but that's what we're going to do.
Oh, to be very honest,
Yeah.
you don't even ask me this question. To be very honest, Witt Jr. just wrote a check his ass can't cash. We're going to show you how we're going to hit. Same thing to make you laugh, make you cry. I'm telling you right now, your quarterback is going to suffer the consequences of you going out there and saying what you're saying, because we're going to hit him at like a running back. Remember, he had 81 yards? I like to see him get 81 yards against our #1 ranked defense. Don't go out there. Thank you. We needed that. We needed all that post material in our locker room. Yes, they're just playing it low key right now, but that's how you're going to get the wolves out. I mean, they smell blood right now. We see you leaking right now. We're going to make it happen. I can't believe he formed his mouth to say that. He said it in front of a mic. That wasn't just, somebody ear hustling. He said that to everybody. I can't wait to play him. They're going to punish him. We already own, what's his name, Frankie Louvu? We already owe you something. That offensive line go out there and crush him. Watch what I tell you.
The thing is, turnabout's fair play. He's a running quarterback last I checked,
Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry.
If I'm Jaden Daniels, I'm like, you know what? Maybe not.
Right.
Maybe not so much. No injury concerns for the Eagles All-Pro running back. That's the good news. He's the subject of our third stance. Saquon Barkley. There's no I in team, no I in Saquon. He's a team guy. He's one of our finalists for the NFL MVP, but you wouldn't know it the way he talks. Listen to this exchange between Saquon Barkley and our Dave Zangaro.
I remember way back when you first got here, one of your first takeaways from practice was looking in the huddle and seeing all these other star players with you. The fact that you've kind of become the big focal point of this offense, even with all those stars, does that mean something to you?
No, because I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it that way. I think that I think football is the best sport, and I've loved it since I was a little kid. And the main reason why I loved it is obviously I have passion for it, and it's something I want to do. But I think it's the greatest team sport. You could have 9 guys all on the same page, and 2 guys are not on the same page. The play won't work. So I don't look at it as who's the stars. Obviously, it comes with it. You might have media deals, you might have commercials, you might have followers on IG, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how you compete as a team. And if you don't have a great team, it don't matter. You won't be successful. And I think I'm a prime example of that right now.
I mean, he really is a prime example. A little chilly in that press conference, I think. But Barrett, you see everything that Saquon has accomplished this season. This is incredible. His messaging, though, has been consistent all season long. It's not about him. It's about the team.
Yeah, that just goes to show he's not lying. He understands that offensive line has made him made him a great player in the perks. Yes, he has the speed to get out and break it, but he's got to get there. 11 guys playing in concert is the only way you can win in football. There's only a few and rare people that can go out there and play the game and have those type of results, even with guys not blocking for him. Barry Sanders was one. He's another one. He can definitely go out there and make it happen. But I love the fact that he understands that where this team goes is where that offensive line leads him, and he's ready to run right behind him. So I love that aspect of him. I love that aspect of the game. He doesn't have to be the major player that he had to be with the Giants. So, yes, he understands, and that's why this team is so successful.
You ever played with a running back like that?
I played with Ricky Waters, Charlie Garner. I played with, Jerome Bettis. I played with Bussy. These guys are impact players, but they'll tell you, they need somebody up front to help them block and make them successful.
Ooh, man, I love it. It's been the same all season long. That's why he's been so successful. Let's check out our playbook now. We go behind enemy lines with Commanders insider from Washington, D.C. What factors will determine whether Washington can pull off the upset? Ready for Jaden Daniels? We're going to ask Barrett whether he's more concerned about Daniels' arm or Daniels' legs. And Brian Baldinger weighs in on Daniel's secret weapon, someone who isn't even on the Commanders roster. That and more when Bird's Huddle continues.
Bird's Huddle, presented by Toyota, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles and official automotive partner of the NFL.